All right, we're gonna do a live role play today. This is a seasoned agent, so he is. Hang on. There we go. All right, let's get started.
I'm stuck with you this morning.
You're stuck with me, man. I couldn't coordinate you and the other person until tomorrow, so all good, all good. What'd you think of the scripts?
Haven't it? I couldn't find them, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
But I'm listening. Actually, I'm listening. I'm stuck in traffic listening to Aaron and Jose doing their listing presentation, which is
cool.
Which is Mike Berry 2.0.
Yeah, a little different, but similar. The base is similar. Well, yeah, I mean, look, Aaron coached with them forever, so.
Exactly. Same here.
Yep. Cool. So, what do you want to hit this morning? What are you thinking is going to help you out? You want to do you want to go through the first part of the listing presentation, or what?
I don't have it written down in front of me.
I'd be curious. Okay, you tell me what's going to help you.
Okay, let's go over 5 common objections today, and I want to hear Aaron's spin on things versus me doing the typical Mike Berry thing.
So, like, common objections to what? To expireds? To, like, do you want me to? Do you want me?
Yeah. The number one is I already have it. Dan, thanks for calling, but I already have an agent.
Yeah. So what Aaron would generally do is, totally appreciate that, Mr. Seller. So what we always do, I don't know, you do this, David, but we always affirm what they say, always. So it lets them know, hey, I totally appreciate you sharing that with me, Mr. Seller. And I'm imagining that this decision to sell a home, it's a big decision for you. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and I'm sure you want to you just want to make sure you're making the best decision possible with regards to who you hire. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah. And what we find, Mr. Seller, is it's usually in people in your situation makes sense to get more than one opinion just to make sure that, number one, you're getting what you're looking for, which is absolute top dollar for the property. You're not leaving any money on the table. But number two, and more importantly, is for you to get to, I don't know, Orlando in the time frame that you want. Does that make sense?
It does.
Awesome. So what we'd like to do is this. Again, I'm in your area all the time. Love to simply pop by, see what your home has to offer in person. While I'm there, we'll discuss 2 things very clearly. Number one is why this property didn't sell and what we need to change this time around to get those bona fide qualified buyers in here. But David, number 2, more importantly, okay, is your net bottom line. Blue drew blank there. What you can realistically expect to receive. Now, this is my close, David. When we're at the closing table signing papers to close. Now, the reason I say that, David, is it puts in their brain 2 things. They're at the closing table, and they're at the closing table with me. So I added that. That's not Aaron's. That's mine.
Future pace.
Yes. So, and the second thing we'll talk about, David, is your net bottom line. What you can realistically expect to receive when you're at the closing table, signing papers to close. And then that way, David, whether it's now or later, at least you've met with the top agent in your area. Now, here's the key. Here's my close. You will have all the information you need so you can make the best decision you can for yourself and your family. Does that sound fair to you? That's 6. That's usually there's 8 U's in there, but today was 6.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it does make sense.
Awesome. Under optimal, then you close them. Under optimal conditions, you generally be available evenings or afternoons. But that's how I close them. Whether it's now or later, at least you've met with the top agent in your area. You will have all the information you need so you can make the best decision you can for yourself and your family. Does that sound fair to you?
Sure.
And that's the common answer you get. Yeah, it sounds fair.
And by you saying that demonstrates to me that we should get together.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to see what people like you hire me all the time.
Yep, Now you can. Awesome. Ask me.
Hey man, I listen. I really appreciate what you're saying, but I already have an agent. We're set.
Dan, I appreciate that you have an agent. Most people, most people know someone in the business. I get it, and I'm curious. You are looking to move to Orlando in the next 30 days. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, got it. And I'm sure this time around you're looking for results, not excuses.
I mean, yeah, everybody seems to be promising me the world.
Yes. No no guarantees here, but I'll promise you two things. When we do meet today, first things we'll go over is net what you should get at closing with me if we were to sell the home in 30 days. And I'm curious if we could work together to get this home sold by that time. Would that be okay with you and anyone else in the household, sir?
I mean, yeah, the time frame would work.
Okay, that time frame would work. And I get that you know an agent. I appreciate that. Not looking to step on any toes here. However, most savvy sellers like yourself take the time, especially in today's marketplace, to interview more than one agent for the job of selling the home. This way, they can get a clear understanding of price, commission, and marketing. Dan, are you open to that?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it all sounds good and all. I would need to really talk to my wife about it. We're not really looking to make a decision today.
Right. Got it. I'm not asking you to sign a contract over the phone or marry me. Just so you know. And I get that it's a big decision for you and your wife, right?
It is.
Right. There's a lot of money on the table, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
And moving to Orlando is important.
Yes, I would say that moving to Orlando is important.
Exactly. So let me ask you this. What time realistically do you folks get together?
We're generally available in the evenings.
Okay. 5 o'clock or six?
6 generally works.
Six generally works.
Yeah.
So if I could keep our appointment to 20 minutes or less and inform you about what you should get net in your pocket at the closing table, also the price you should get for the home, more importantly, marketing and commission. If we can keep that appointment to 20 minutes or less, would you be open to meeting with me tonight at 6, as long as the wife is okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, look, I would say this. What are you going to be doing differently? Everybody seems to be promising me the world with regards to, what they can do for me, and yet, I haven't really seen anybody that's doing anything differently.
And I get that agents are promising, and the average agent sells about 5 homes a year.
Okay.
I sold 35 homes last year. So at least when you do meet with me, we'll go over what a top agent in your marketplace does to sell homes for people like you. And I'm sure that's what you'd be looking for, a top agent. Yes?
Yeah, I would.
Exactly. And that demonstrates to me that we can get together tonight at 6. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay, and I'll do it for the sake of okay.
Exactly.
That's cool. So there's another route you can go, and it's up to you whether you want to take, because you're really seasoned, you've got the Mike Ferry thing down. But there's another route that you can take when they say, "Well, what are you going to do differently?" Do you go through passive versus active, or do you not do that?
You know what? I should, there's 2 types of agents out there. Passive and there's active. Passive agents just wait for things to happen. Where active agents like myself spend hours looking for buyers for my sellers and sellers for my buyers. So would you prefer an passive agent or an active agent like myself?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably want somebody who's going to be very aggressive.
Someone who's aggressive. Yes?
Yeah,
And a track record of success to show that?
I would.
And rave reviews on Zillow and Google?
Yeah, I'd imagine that's important.
Exactly. Let me ask you this. Because all that's important to you demonstrates to me that we should get together tonight. What time's good for you? 4 or 6?
There you go. Nicely done. That's what I'm talking about. I like that better, and here's why. Because it takes the focus off of you. Because remember, every agent that's out there, David, they're all saying the same like rancid shit. I can do this. I can sell property. I'm going to do this. I can do. That's it, man. It's all the same. And what I like to do is like different from that. I like to go away from that. So what I'll do is I'll say, yeah, hey, I appreciate that, Mr. Seller. You know, I'm sure agents are probably everyone's promising you the world and what they can do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm aware of is there's 2 types of agents, David, that, that are out there. That first type of agent is that agent that really is very passive, and unfortunately, I think you may have had that experience before, where they just put the property on the MLS, they'll promise you the world, but then kinda, hope, wish, and pray that somebody's gonna come just by them putting it, out there and taking photographs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, unfortunately, for better or worse, it sounds like maybe that might have been the experience that you had. Now, the second type of agent, Dave, and this is the good news, is you're speaking to him right now. That's an agent that is very aggressive, goes out into the marketplace to find buyers for the sellers that they have. Because let's be honest, David, a listing's only good if you can sell it, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And that's the good news is you're speaking to someone who literally goes into the marketplace every morning. And what I mean by that, David, is we're on the phones. Now, notice I'm not saying I'm saying we. We're on the phones every day, 2 to 3 hours, myself and my team, looking for the buyers that are out there that are gonna buy your property and others. Because I'm gonna imagine, David, that's very important in the agent that you hire. Is that right?
Yes.
Awesome. You wanna hear the great news?
Sure.
You found what you're looking for. A very aggressive agent that is a master negotiator, understands how to get every dollar out of those buyers. That's gonna do 2 things for you. Number 1, it's gonna get you to Orlando in the timeframe that you want. But number 2, and more importantly for you, because you communicated this to me, is that you want absolute top dollar for your property.
Correct.
Awesome. Well, David, again, we're here all the time. We'd love to simply pop by, see what your home has to offer in person, and try to close you there. So that's kinda where I go with it,
Uh-huh.
because 'cause I'll ask them questions. I'm imagining that's important in the agent that you hire. I'm imagining that's very I'm guessing that's gonna be very important to you, in the agent, somebody who's aggressive. Hey, a master negotiator, somebody who knows how to get absolute top dollar out of those buyers when an offer comes in and it's not that worth.
So, Dan, what do you relate promise me?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. So, what I'm aware of, David, is that there's really 2 types of agents that are out there, in the world, that are practicing right now. Unfortunately, the first type is, I think, what maybe you've had when you previously listed your property, and that's an agent who's very passive. Puts the property on the MLS, takes your standard photos, and then, David, they do 3 things. They hope, wish, and pray that somebody's going to come and buy the property. Can I ask, was that your experience when you listed your property with your previous agent and didn't
Yeah,
sell for
pretty
6 months?
so that yeah, they suck.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the good news is you're talking to the second type of agent, and that is an agent who is very aggressive, going out into the marketplace every day for 2 to 3 hours. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm imagining you're probably saying, "What is he talking about?" Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
remarkable. What's that mean?
So what that means, and I appreciate you asking, is I literally myself and my team, we literally for 2 to 3 hours every morning, we go on the phones and we're literally calling buyers to try and find someone that is going to purchase your property, instead of just putting it on the MLS and hoping someone's gonna come. Now that can be beneficial, but we want to take it a step further and actually search, go into the market to try and find those buyers. Because again, I'm going to imagine that's going to be really important in the agent that you hire, someone who's really aggressive and going into the market instead of just sitting back. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You want to hear the great news?
sure.
You found what you're looking for. Let's get together. Again, we're in your area all the time. Love to simply pop by, see what your home has to offer in person, and then we can discuss those two things very clearly that we discussed before. That sound good?
Sounds good.
Perfect. So what other objections do you normally get, David? I mean, there were probably other.
Big one. The next one is obviously we're not selling anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Now, how do you now? What do you do to delineate whether that's an objection or a what's the word?
Push off?
What's that?
A push off?
No, like it's an objection or a condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Condition. Mike, here we go. So, okay, Dan, okay. Days.
Yes.
That's a long time, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes. During that time, if you had sold the home, again, like cherry training, where would you go?
I mean, we were going to go to. It's a good question, by the way, David. We were going to go to Orlando, but again, plans have changed. Everything's up in the air because the property didn't sell.
Wow. Okay, so you have plans on moving to Orlando.
Yes.
Wow. What was bringing you to Orlando?
Yeah. I mean, we have family there, and my in-laws are there, so I'm trying to get close to them. Mhm. It is.
Yes, got it. So how soon did you want to be there? Like 3 months ago?
I mean, 6 months ago, honestly.
6 months ago. Well, Dan, I'm sure your wife feels the same way, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's on board. They're her parents.
Exactly. And just by telling me that demonstrates to me that we should get together. This way I can go over what your home should sell, the time it will take for me to get the job done. More importantly, net money in your pocket. And I could do all that in 20 minutes or less today.
Yeah, I think we can do that, and I'm going to cut it because here's what if you can rephrase a couple of these, I think it'd be really powerful. So, and then there's one other thing that I would say to you too. What do you think the motivation is there?
The motivation is that they didn't sell their home and they should have been in Orlando.
Okay, I would say no. I want you to dig deeper, dig fucking deeper. So when I say, well, we're moving to Orlando. Now, for me, David, the next 4 words that are out of my mouth are, wow, tell me about that. What's important?
You're absolutely right.
What's important to you about Orlando? Well, my in-laws are there. Now, did I get to the motivation yet?
No.
Exactly. Dig deeper. Okay, wow. So you're going to Orlando. That's awesome. Hey, what's bringing you there? What's important about you getting there? My in-laws are there. Oh, wow, so your in-laws are there. Okay. What's important about getting close to your in-laws? Well, they're aging, we're notice we're going back and forth all the time. So boom, that's the fucking motivation. Now you can drill down on that and circle back to that every time you go and you want to close them. It's getting close to their in-laws because they're aging. And it's taking a toll on the family.
Right.
That's
So
it.
Your in-laws are aging. I totally understand the situation too. So I can see why it's very important for you to make them move. Yes.
Yeah. Well, what do you have going on?
That's a good question. Let's get together tonight and just discuss that in full detail.
See, I would tell them. You're built now. When someone says that to me, I'm talking to them. If you say to me, "Well, I got the same situation going on," I'm like, "Wow, why? What do you got going on, bro?" That's you're rapport building, man. Now, I know Mike Terry tells you no, don't do that. This is what the difference with someone like Aaron is.
Right.
We're gonna tell you, hey, tell them. That's a bond, brother. That's a relationship.
Yeah, my father's just turned 88, and my mother just turned 87, and cognitively, they're just not what they used to be. And my brothers and sisters are all concerned about that, and we feel that they need special attention. I take it that it can be the same situation for you too.
Damn, that's yeah. You know what? Yeah, we have something kind of similar happening here. So yeah, that's it. Brother, I love that. See, man, that and I'm telling you, that is it's not I can sell your property and I'm gonna be able to do it. That bond, that relationship you just built, because I guarantee you no one else is doing that. You are the only one doing it. You're the only one asking that question.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's what this is about, man. It's just, yes, anybody can probably sell a fucking house, dude. It's the relationship you're building, the bond that you're building, helping these people because they're in a situation that you can relate to. When I call probates, I refer to my father a lot of times. He's a big reason why I'm calling.
Wow.
Yeah. So when someone says, hey, listen, this is new. It just happened. We don't know what we're gonna do. Hey, you know what, Dave? I really appreciate you sharing that. I know this is a very tough time. I actually went through something very similar about a year and a half ago. My father. I know. I can't even imagine how many people are calling you right now. Yeah, it's this. It's so, brother. It's just you know what I mean. Like it's like a. I don't want to say it's like a bond, but it's something different and it's you being human. I guess would be the best way to say it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And, they're hearing from people that just to take and
Yes,
build a bridge and make a bond.
and give. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You said it, brother. They're looking to take. We're looking to give.
Yes.
Boom.
So check it. It's 7:56.
Yeah.
I'm plugging onto my mojo.
Do your thing, brother.
Brother.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. This was awesome.
Cool. Same here, bro.
All right, man. If it's not me tomorrow, it'll be somebody else. Okay. All right, bro. Take care, bud. Boom. And that, my friends, is a solid role play. So he's a seasoned agent, been training with Mike Ferry for years and years and years. So you can tell that his training is more one of, I just want to get the listing. Because when I asked him, when he said to me, I have something similar going on, I called him on that. And said, well, why? What is it? And he said, hey, that's why we should get together. No. Don't close me on something that you threw out about my situation with my in-laws. That's not the opportunity to close. That is the opportunity to build a bridge of trust. Yeah, you know what? I'm going through something very similar with my parents. My parents are aging, and my siblings and I are getting a little worried because they're needing more care and they're not able to really kind of be by themselves. And we're noticing that that's a problem. Guys, come on. You cannot put a price on that. You can't. And then believe me, the seller is going to, like, they're going to feel that because you're coming at them as a human, not as somebody in sales. We are salesmen and saleswomen, but in that scenario, that's the secret sauce. That's the juice. Okay, I hope that you guys can understand that. That's where it is. That's what we're doing. We're bonding with these people as humans. Remember, guys, we're humans first. We're not salesmen. We're not athletes. We're not mothers, father. No, sorry. We're human beings first. So we meet. I try to always meet the people I'm talking to on a human level first. And then once we meet them on that level, let's see what happens. But that was a great phone call, because you got to see a seasoned agent using a different system versus a seasoned agent, myself, using the Aaron system, which I feel, which is a reason why I'm not working with them anymore. One system you're always trying to take. One system you are always trying to give. And that's my impression of it. And it's not, I don't want to disparage this other system. It just didn't work for me. That's all I'm saying. Aaron's system did. So, hope that was helpful for y'all. Again, drop a like, a subscribe if you find this information is informational and powerful to you and helpful. Like and subscribe, or just drop some comments, man. What do you guys think? You think I'm out? You think I'm out to lunch? You think you agree with me? You just think I'm a bag of balls, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? Give me something. Throw me something, y'all. We love to hear it. Peace. Oh, and guys, I will be back. That was my role play. I'm gonna grab some coffee, and then I'm gonna be back to live stream. Today we're gonna be calling. I'm gonna be calling some different people. We're gonna call. I think we're gonna do probates today. We might do some expireds, but we're gonna do some commercials too.